Welcome back once again to my LEGO organization journey. So far in this series, I took all of the unprocessed yard sale, garage sale, and flea market LEGO and pulled it out of the storage room of doom, which is behind that door there, and brought it out into the studio just so we could all get an idea of how much LEGO that I have to process this year. And after weighing it all up, determined that amount to be 391 pounds, including the bins that they're in. So a little bit less than that, but still a daunting task nonetheless. We could pull bins around and weigh them for all eternity, but what's actually going to get this done is to get started on this process. And what I mentioned in my last video is that I'd really love to start with these mystery LEGO bags that are here. I got these all from one yard sale, and I knew that I had footage from it, and I actually found the footage. So I'm going to roll the clip here so you can see exactly how I came to get all of these bags and why I'm excited to get started on these. Just got some LEGOs. Got a decent deal. They were way out of line on these, $25 each. I did 40 for all of it. There's some non-LEGO in there, but I'll go through it and have a fun time in the process.
In the back.
Heck yeah. In the back. Throw it back there with Clark, man. Look at that. These are packed to the brim.
They really are.
Holy smokes. They're like $100 for those. I was like, yeah, I think I'm way off. She's like, well, I do 75, and I said, I'm looking at like 40. And she looks at the kid and she's like, would you take that? And he was like, I'll take that. So 40 bucks. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm so proud of you, Greg.
Yeah, I get there.
Awesome job.
I get there. Yeah, buddy.
You probably made that kid's day.
He got an Oculus Quest and he's trying to pay his mom back for that. So that's what he's using the money for. So everybody wins. Well, Clark and Deb are out there shopping. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a look-see at this LEGO stuff. I couldn't quite get a good video of it while I was there because it was just me in a garage with like 3 people that were selling. It's kind of watching me, so it feels very awkward. But as you can see, it's just a bunch of parts and stuff. There's some non-LEGO in here too, from what I saw, that maybe you can see. But at $25 a bag, I was like, whoa, that's steep. But thankfully they got it down to 10 a bag, and for that, I think that's pretty darn good. And I'm excited to go through this and see what the heck I got. You probably noticed from that clip just how young Clarkman looked, and that is because that was from 2022. So we're going on nearly 3 years of these bags being a part of my LEGO collecting journey, along with all this other stuff too. And of course, we're going to get through all this. I just thought this would be really fun to start off with, and we can make a video for each bag because I have a quota to meet. Someone actually in the comments mentioned that because of the weight of this, I have to get through about 1 pound of LEGO sorting each day and processing. So I'm curious, if we just take this first bag here, this will be mystery bag number 1. How much weight do we have in here? And if I do this bag today, will this be enough to meet my quota? That is 2 pounds, 4 ounces, barely. So this is, wow, this is gonna be a lot. The truth is, it's winter time. I've got a lot of time on my hands, so it's a great time to process some LEGO. There's 2 of the bags. Let's get all 4 of them out here so we can see what we're looking at. This is gonna be like I guess the first part of my week here. Maybe more, we'll see. I don't know how long it takes to get through a bag like this. We'll find out today, and then I can get an idea of how many hours it'll take me to get through 391 pounds, considering each of these bags is just over 2. And you'll have to tell me, did I get a good deal on these? Because they wanted 25, so this would have been $100. I think they're all labeled. Oh, that one's 25, this one's 20. That one's 25. And that one is 25 as well. So I guess they wanted $95 for all these. I paid 40. After watching the clip back, I felt kind of bad because it was for a kid who was trying to pay his mom back. But, you know, I try to get the best deals I can, and they were happy to accept the $40 that I paid. So each one of these, we're going to call it a $10 LEGO mystery bag. And over the next 4 videos, I will go through all these, including this one right here. There's nothing particularly special about any one of these bags, but overall, a pretty clean collection. I did see some non-LEGO in there. There's a few minifigs. You see Emmett floating around in there, and a few other ones as well. Rex there, spotted in the original video. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of get this process started, and we'll start small, work our way up, taking out 2 pound bags one at a time. This actually feels good for a couple reasons. One, This has been on my to-do list for obviously 2.5 years now. This could have been a 2022 video where I did this, but no better time than now to get it done. And it's exciting too, because it seems like everyone's on board with me on this. Like, this is something that people are excited to see what comes of, and I am too, because obviously there's a lot of Lego here, and I want to use these parts. That the whole goal of organizing all of this and all of the 385 pounds that's still over there is that I want to be able to use these parts to make really cool creative stuff out of Lego, and for us to do that, it's a lot easier when they're sorted out like that. So that is what the ultimate goal is, but in the meantime, it's just going to be a lot of grinding. Ooh, do we have a Batman in here? Sort of. There's going to be some grinding, hopefully some treasures to be found along the way, some breaking of parts down, some cleaning. The whole works is going to happen. This stuff looks pretty darn good as it is. We're just going to pull the non-Lego out, get it all sorted, broken down, and see what we come out with this, and then ultimately just put it into the bins wherever they go. So let's jump into this. I'll give you a quick flyover here. We do have, speaking of Batman, we do have some non-Lego in here. I actually think I had this as a kid, or something very much like that, the Batwing. We'll put that aside. I'm going to be donating. If you guys are wondering what's happening to all of the non-Lego and stuff, I'm going to be donating it, but someone gave me the idea that I should keep it all until the very end to weigh it to see exactly how much non-Lego we had. So I will do that. We'll do one final year-end donation, or I'll give it away here in the channel if somebody wants it. I just want to see it go somewhere other than the trash. We'll do that. We have a forklift thing there. Another minifig, but it's not the minifigs we're looking for, so that's an example of something that will go into the to be donated. I will steal your lightsaber and possibly your hand. He's basically fitting into Star Wars canon here, assuming that is Lego. We'll have to make sure of that. There are things in here that I'm not entirely sure of. Is that a Lego piece? I'm going to have to look that up. I use Google Lens if you're ever stuck with some Lego that you're not sure about, because I've most certainly almost thrown away Lego stuff before, and people in the comments have saved me. So that if that happens in this, like if that's Lego, this is a bad example, but like if you see something like this, don't let me throw it away if you can save me. We have some Minecraft in here. Minifigs are always welcome. Usually that's the kind of stuff that's pulled. Like this, you can tell is a natural collection. He just kind of bagged up his Lego collection into 4 bags and sold them all off. And now he's playing MetaQuest. I don't know if that was a good trade. Let me know what you think. I don't, oh my gosh, there's so much value here, at least to me. But when you're a kid and you're growing up and you're no longer playing with Lego, you're in your dark age, maybe permanently, this stuff isn't nearly as important as playing Gorilla Tag or whatever people are playing in VR. So, you know, there's a market for everybody, and I was happy to get this stuff because it's a nice collection. There's a chainsaw. That's actually pretty cool. We'll put that, let's start a stack over here. There's going to be some neat non-Lego stuff that comes out of this too, I think. We'll find all kinds of goodies. I'm trying to debate how much of this I want to film. Like how in depth do you want to get with this? Do you want to see everything? Do you just want to see like the before and after? There's more non-Lego. We got connects in here. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out as we go. I was also trying to decide if we should do like a weekly series, if I just show you what I got done each week, or if you'd like the daily thing. I think it's kind of fun seeing like the day-to-day thing. Some people are saying this can be encouraging for them to get in and start sorting and organizing and processing their Lego as well. So more power to you. If you want to join me on this, it's going to be quite the process, as you could probably expect. So let's do this together and let's just have as much fun as we can. I'm going to be, of course, listening to a lot of podcasts, watching Netflix series, all of that. Maybe I'll share that along the way too. You'll get to hear all of the reviews and antics that I get up to. Because otherwise, it's going to be me sitting here sorting through all this. We're making, right now, I guess what I've started doing is I'm making a brick pile here from our first $10 bag. And this is probably the easiest way. Like, you just got to start somewhere. Normally, that's going to be my lesson from this week, is that you just got to get started. You got to get moving. You got to get processing, and you got to start somewhere. And we're doing all of those things starting today in my Lego organizing journey. It begins one brick at a time. As I'm sitting here going through these things, I was debating whether to do a time lapse, but I feel like, at least for me, I usually just skip through the time lapse portion of things, as satisfying as they are to see all the pieces move. But I do want to show something to you here as I go through this. I'm trying to maybe get some ideas of what sets are possibly in here, and some of these could be spread amongst all these bags, because like I said, this is probably a collection that just got parted out 4 ways. But here's some of this stuff so far. And if there's anything in here that you recognize, that might be a set. We've got, is that Mater right there? You can let me know, and maybe we can piece together. We do have some Minecraft in here. Minifigs are starting to pile up a little bit here, but most of this is just regular parts, a lot of non-Lego things in here. I'm just making piles, the preliminary piles of each thing. I'm not going to clean this, if you're wondering. This stuff it's good. This is as clean as the stuff is that's in these drawers, so not too worried about that here. There will be some of this yard sale stuff that we go through that absolutely will have to go through a cleaning cycle first before I do this part, but this stuff is nice. There's no, like, junk or anything anywhere. It's a pretty pure collection from a kid that collected Lego and a little bit of non-Lego. So I'll continue to crank through this. Let me know on the time lapse if you'd like to see those type of things. I could certainly do it, but again, I just find myself like doing the fast forward thing so I can get back to what the person's actually sharing, which is all of this, I suppose. As we go through the 390 pounds of Lego, I'm sure I'll find the way that I want to share this the best, but anything that you have that would make this a better viewing experience for you as we go through this would be helpful for me, because I can kind of move into that a little bit as well and hopefully make this something that's very watchable, because in my mind this is kind of a boring thing, right? Like sorting Lego and stuff, but it's also kind of exciting too. Like, I'm actually enjoying this. I find this satisfying. The only thing that kind of hurts me is knowing how much there's left, but if you don't get started and you don't start making these moves, then you're just always going to feel that way. So the best thing you can do, as I keep saying, is just get started. So if you're in that position, if you're watching this and maybe you've got some things that need done, whether it's Lego or non-Lego, sorting, cleaning, whatever it is, and it seems daunting like this does, just get started. Do a couple minutes of it. Do a 2-pound bag out of your 390 pounds. And you'll get there. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I've now officially turned a large pile of miscellaneous Lego into smaller piles of miscellaneous Lego, but this is how my system works, and I'll share it with you here. Basically, just separating this all into categories. So these are all bricks. Of course, they're not just going to get put away like that. They get sorted into colors, and then various styles of bricks, they all get put away, and I have spots for those all up here. Same thing for plates. We've got tiles. We got slopes, and as you can see, the slopes, which are right in front of you here, they are very much more organized than that as well. These are sorted by color. One of the few things I sort by color would be plates, slopes, and bricks. Those are like the big things, but then we get into the smaller stuff here. These are things with hinges on the side. I'm not a bricklink person, I'm sorry. I'm just going to make things up. These are all my small Lego pieces. These are the pieces that are car and plane related. I have a whole bin for that. We've got the minifigs and accessories over here. I didn't really come up with anything extra outside of what you already saw there, except for a pair of black pants. Over here, we've got more smaller stuff. We've got circular things. We've got doors and walls. We've got vehicle wheels and bases. A couple foliage items here. We've got Technic. And then, of course, we have the non-Lego. And again, there might be something in here that you see as Lego. This I wasn't sure of. I don't think that's Lego, if it's even in focus. But I'm going to keep that over here for now. And the fidget spinner, not Lego. None of this is, I don't think. So if you do see anything, just let me know on that. This stuff still needs broken down. These were the things that I mentioned about there possibly being sets in here. We've got a Batman brickhead, 2 Maters, and then just some city stuff that it'll get dispersed out into the collection. So that is where the mystery bag stands as of right now. What happens from here is I take a pile of this, say we've got our plates there, and then I'm going to sort those out even further. In fact, why don't I make that my next thing that I do, because it'll be the thing that shows this the best, because this isn't just a matter of dumping these out and then just throwing them in. It's like there's stages to this that I think makes the process a lot easier, at least for me. To make sense of how we're going to sort this, you should know how I sort my plates. So we've got single wide plates here and then double wide, and they're in color. So the first thing we do is we sort this by color, and then we find the single wides, we find the double wides, and then we find the odd shaped ones, and they go in their own thing like this. So that is the system, and when I go looking for parts, this is what I know, and that's what works for me. So I'll show you what the sort looks like on my plates after we get them all sorted by color. We got all this into colors. I did see one piece infiltrated, and this happens on occasion where a piece of non-Lego gets through. Some people ask, why am I against non-Lego? I like to keep my all of my system pure, so it's like, you know, if you're trying to build something out of Lego, I don't want non-Lego pieces to be in there. I could have a section where I have that, but I'm a Lego guy, so this is what we got. And hey, we'll start with the orange since it's so easy. We've got 2 pieces. So essentially, we're going to come over here. That's the color we were looking at. Double wide goes in there, single wide in there, and that's it. So we just do that with all these. The tiles, similar situation with those. They have moved right here. So all the white tiles, these are just kind of mixed into colors like that. And it works for me. So if you're thinking about starting to sort, you can do it a number of ways. You can do it like I do here, where it's by element and color. You can just do it by element. Plenty of my stuff is like that, like this right here. I don't separate those into color. If you're a Bricklink seller, you probably would. But for me, that works. It's good enough for now until I get too much stuff. And I had a few of those pieces here. Where did they go? Right here. We got a few of those. So we'll just put those in there. And I'm just going to do this over and over and over again until this table is cleared off of bag 1 of our 4 Lego mystery bags. I forgot to mention, in addition to all of this that I have here, I also got other spots where Lego's tucked away. Pretty much every single corner of this place. So this is where I keep my odd white plates, is what I call them. White odd plates. And then the 2X plates is what I call those. Those got right there. And I have these. Speaking of things I have, lots of Fortnite happening here. This is Clarkman's thing that he's been working on. Built the battle bus. He got that for Christmas. And he built his own little battle bus before he got that. He built this mech. Fortnite detectors probably know what that's all about. But yeah, he's just kind of working on things over here. He's trying to build a Roxy Bear. And that's what Lego is all about. I'm doing all this so we can do more of that. That's the goal. So yeah, we'll get there. Did I mention that it's just a matter of getting started? I think I did. Some of these drawers are getting a little full. I might have to upgrade. And in fact, yeah, I think this whole storage thing, I talked about this potentially going to the ceiling here. I think that's inevitable after we crank through all of these pounds of Lego that we got to get through. I might sell some things of this off in order to finance some of that. That'd be kind of another element of this. Trying to finance the storage of my Lego by picking out things that I found in the bins to maybe help with that. There's definitely going to be someday where I open up a Bricklink store just out of necessity because I just have so much here. It's out of hand. Someone asked me once, what happens if Lego stops making sets? And I guess my answer to that would be, I think I'm going to be okay. I'll have plenty to build with here. I'll never not be able to build something out of Lego just with the parts that I have already. All I got left are these bigger plates, and that is one section of all the things I need to sort taken care of. All this work is definitely worth it when you go looking for pieces, and magically it's all right where it should be. On that note, I'm going to continue working my way through all of this to the point where the table is completely empty once again, ready for our next video, which will be, you guessed it, another Lego mystery bag. We've got 3 more of these left. We'll get through all of these this week and get roughly 10 pounds or so of Lego into the collection, organized, processed, and checked off our list. And we're just going to keep doing that until this is all done. So on that, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this journey. One that I'll be kind of doing a little bit on my own, but also trying to share as much with you as possible to the point where you're getting bored of seeing me sort through Lego. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome when it's done. It's just a matter of getting through it. You stuck around to the very end. Look at you go. I saved this for you. This is the last piece that's going in, getting organized. I just wanted to prove that I actually did this. All I've got left on the table now are the minifigs, which I was thinking about putting in like a separate place just to kind of keep track of what we have. Maybe I can complete these properly. We got a couple pieces that I just have no idea where I'm going to put that. And then we've got a couple specialized pieces here as well. And of course the non-Lego pile, which I'm sure will grow substantially as we continue this series. And the true wealth of this, 2 ultra rare orange brick separators. We've got those. So we'll put I'm going to keep those. We'll put that into a pile, and then we'll see where this takes us as we go into the next 3 bags, which is where you'll see me next. I just wanted to actually show this. I felt kind of bad just leaving on a cliffhanger there where like the whole table's still full, but I also don't want to bore the heck out of you by showing you every part of this because it's going to get quite extensive, and that took longer than I anticipated. Luckily, This is what I do, and this is what I'm meant to do. So, on that, thank you for tuning in. If you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next video where I go through one of these 3 bags and we do this all over again. In fact, we're going to do it a couple times.